Okay, we're on. Training camp number, whoops, careful. Okay, training camp number 19. This presentation is going to explain how training camp works. For those of you that have done it before, there's not a lot of changes. There might be a couple, but for the most part, it will be the same as the last training camp, except the way that you score points has changed slightly, as you'll see further down the prezo. But for those that have never done it before, this is a brief presentation to explain how it works, why we do it, and what you can expect to get out of it. So first of all, it's a 6-week challenge. It's designed by Danny Green and the strength and conditioning coaches, really just to help you get some momentum towards health and better training habits. These are the head guys that are involved. I'll just move my head up to there. Oh, God, what have I done here? Danny Green is a 4 times world champion boxer, alongside Brad Harrington, strength and conditioning coach for the Australian rugby team, and has since moved over to the Japanese rugby team. He's got 6 other strength and conditioning coaches that work alongside him. And then James Laughlin is the head of high performance. So these are 3 key guys that work with UBX to make sure the training camps are awesome. So what's included? 6 weeks membership. It's free if you're already a member with us. The benchmark testings that we do on week 1, and we also do body scans on week 1 and body scans on week 6 as well. That's your body composition analysis. There's always a coach there at every single session waiting for you, unless you're using the club outside of hours, but otherwise there will be a coach there for you the whole time. There is nutrition support in the app, which is created by Miranda May. Miranda May is the national and international dietitian for UBX, and she's big on making sure the food tastes really good and the calories are all dialed in for males and females. There's a weekly plan. You can swap the meals out if you want to. I'll go through that shortly. Shopping list is there, the recipes, the training camp app, which I'll show you as well, and then the online forum. So first and foremost, training, nutrition, and mindset is going to get you your results, having the right recipe. So how do we track your training throughout, tracking your progress throughout the 6-week challenge is focused on, there's 3 areas that we focus on essentially. Your body composition, which is composed of your overall weight, your muscle mass, and your body fat. We're going to track that through the body composition scanner. And we'll do a scan on you at the start and a scan on you at the end, just to see how you've gone in that area. We'll also work on your anaerobic capacity. That's done through your benchmarks, which I'll explain shortly. Benchmarks will be done throughout the training on week 1 and throughout the training on week 6. And then the physical evidence is captured through how your clothes feel on your body. Sometimes if you are on a journey to drop your body fat percentage and you jump on a scale, you might find that you're 60 kilos, for example, and then you do a 6-week challenge and then you're 60 kilos again, but you've noticed that the belt size has shrunk. The clothes are more loose on your body. So what's happened in that scenario is you put on muscle and you've dropped body fat, but your total weight stayed the same. So you've ticked a big box, but it might not look like it on the scale. So it's important that we use the body composition to check that, but you also use the physical evidence of the belt size shrinking to know that you're on the right track. And then before and after photos can be a bit daunting for some people, but I highly recommend that you do them by yourself with your swimmers on, just in your room at home with the lighting the same. Take a before photo or a before video, and the same 6 weeks later. So you've got that physical evidence to show that you are changing and you're progressing in the right direction. So the challenge focuses on 3 key areas: nutrition, training, and mindset, making sure that you're focused mentally and you've got your goals down as well. So pretty straightforward. With the training, we're looking for a minimum of 4 workouts per week. And you track your workouts on your fight card, which you'll see shortly, and doing your benchmarks on week 1 and week 6. The training also includes tracking your points along the way. After you've finished every workout, you'll see a points tracking sheet on the mirror with your name on it, and you'll just add your points into that tracking sheet, which you'll see shortly as well. Nutrition, again, follow the meal plan. You can choose either a vegetarian or a vegan or a standard diet. For this 6-week challenge, I will be doing a vegan diet, so just plants only, plant-based, and I can select that on the app so that it gives me only vegan recipes. And then mindset as well, goal setting, meditation, journaling, recovery, all that sort of stuff. Okay, it starts with prep. So training. So the very first thing that you're going to do either today or tomorrow, the next day, is fill out your fight card, which you'll do when you sign up, and then commit to the 4 workouts per week. Carve those out in your schedule. Write them down in your calendar so you know exactly when you're going to be training. And if you miss it, really try and get a make-up session in there. Get rid of all the crap in your pantry. Anything that is high sugar, processed food, just take it out of the equation for 6 weeks. If it's there in front of you and you have a day of weakness, you will grab it. I guarantee it. So remove it out of the pantry, clear it down so that you can put the food in there that you know is healthy and will support your goal for the next 6 weeks. The shopping list for week 1 is in the app. Set your short-term goals and your long-term goals. So long-term for the year maybe, and then the short-term for the next 6 weeks. Okay, so this is your weekly focus. So with training, I'm going to really pick out the training section here more so. In week 1, week 1 and 2 rather, you'll see there we focus with training on base phase. And in week 1, we do your benchmark testing. Base phase is another term for endurance training. And endurance training, we're teaching your muscles to tolerate lactic acid, and we're building up your endurance inside the muscles. So when you see the exercises in the club, you'll see they're higher reps and less sets, higher reps and a lighter weight. You'll pick up a lighter weight because you're going for higher repetitions. And the nutrition that is in the app will support this type of training, and it will do the same for week 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. In week 3, we move into strength phase. So we're lifting heavier weights. The exercises will reflect strength training, and the repetitions will drop and the sets will increase. So we're trying to increase the amount of strength that we're driving into the muscle fiber. And then, so that's for week 4 as well. And then for week 5, we're moving into power phase, where they're more explosive movements. And the nutrition, again, will reflect that. And then in week 6, we revisit the same benchmarks that we did in week 1 with the intention that you will beat those benchmarks. So it's showing that you've progressed over the 6 weeks. You've gotten stronger, more physically capable. You should be feeling incredible by week 6 if you followed the recipe, if you followed the formula. Okay, and then we have a breakup party. That will be on Saturday, the 23rd of March. We're not sure on the location just yet, but a bit of a get-together, a social gathering. We can celebrate your goals, the successes, and we also give away the prizes for the male and female winner, and we announce the team winner as well at our breakup party, also known as Fight Night. Yeah, pretty straightforward. We'll cover that again in a moment. Okay, benchmark testing, anaerobic, muscular endurance, and power. So what do they look like? The first one's the 1 minute and 20 row, everybody's favorite. Pretty simple. It'll be set up on round 4, and you are going to do 1 minute and 20 as fast as you can. And you're going to write down how many meters you got. All right, write it up on the tracking sheet, which will be right there beside it. And then after we've completed that one, midweek, you'll see this one go up, and it's 3 minutes. Push up into a clean and press with a 12-kilogram dead ball. So you're doing a push-up over the ball, then you grab the ball and push it above your head, and you're going for max repetitions. This one's an absolute killer. 3 minutes, non-stop, as many as you can punch out, and then write up your score on the tracking sheet. 15 calories on the ski erg is the last one. 15 calories as fast as you can, and you're going to write up your score on the tracking sheet. So pretty straightforward. We revisit those same 3 benchmarks in 6 weeks. Okay, My Zone. My Zone is a big part of what we do at UBX. The coaching screens will have a colored tile on it. That's the recommended training zone for that round. Now, I want to reiterate here, you don't need a MyZone to complete the 6-week challenge. It's just there as an added extra. It gamifies the training and it collects all the data from your workout. So it tracks your heart rate the whole time. It knows how many calories you've burned and it gives you a score in MEPS after every single session. MEPS stands for MyZone Effort Point. All right, so once you take your belt off, it'll go beep, 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 and then it will send all the data to your phone, and you've got that forever. So it's a really good tool to help take your training up to another level. You can grab them in the club if you want one. Just give us a heads up, and we'll give you the facility code for our club, and you can start tracking your training. So these are the fight cards. If you've signed up already, you would have already put your name on one of these. These will go up on the mirror, and you'll get a tick off every single workout that you do. The goal there, as you can see, is 4 workouts per week. Okay, nutrition. Again, choose your meal plan when you load up the app, and you're going to choose either a standard, male or female, vegetarian or vegan, and it will calculate, you're going to calculate your calories per day, anything extra beyond 2,000 for male, and anything extra beyond 1,800 for ladies. So that's already set to 2,000 for males and 1,800s for ladies. If you have an extremely physical job, you'll need to get more calories in throughout the day, and you can do that through snacks or through a protein shake. There's many ways to get those extra calories in, or maybe just a bigger meal. Okay, each meal comes with its own recipe and shopping list for it. Okay, so they're based on the averages for male and female. Yep, I've gone through that. Okay, that's pretty straightforward. I'm sure you've all had a read through that. I don't want to drag that one on. Pretty straightforward. Okay, we have partnered, or UBX Australia partnered with True Protein. True Protein, in my opinion, do an extremely good protein powder. They do vegan, and basically your normal whey protein comes from dairy. So I typically stock those in the club. I normally just stock vanilla and chocolate because you can mix the vanilla with everything, and the chocolate tastes pretty good as well. But one scoop is 20 grams of protein, so it's an easy way to get extra protein into your body. While we're on the subject of protein, protein is used for growth and repair of your body. A very small amount is used for your actual workout. So majority is growth and repair, typically used after you finish training to help you build back stronger. All right, mindset is about setting your goal. So this is an interesting one. When I ask people what their goal is for the 6-week challenge, the most common thing that I get is I want to lose weight. If you want to lose weight, you're working with a negative starting point. The body hates to lose, and if all your focus is to lose, it's very difficult for you to gain. Let's talk about gaining health. Let's talk about gaining muscle. Let's talk about gaining a great, positive, healthy lifestyle. That won't be your focus if your focus is to lose weight. So a goal needs to be measurable. It needs to be specific. It needs to be actionable, realistic, and time specific. So when setting goals, we always talk about make it smart, the SMART principle. So let's talk about gaining health. You could gain health as an overarching goal, but we could make it more specific through something like a performance goal, for example. So a performance goal for the 6-week challenge could be that you want to do 1 pull-up. Let's say you can't do pull-ups at the moment, and you want to do 1 pull-up unassisted with the band. If you're a lady, that's a very common one. And I've seen many, many ladies in the past get to 1 or 2 pull-ups after 6-week challenge, just their body weight only. All right, so it's specific, it's measurable, it's actionable, it's realistic, and you can do it in 6 weeks easily. Or maybe it's to run a 100-meter sprint in a certain time frame. Or maybe it's to fit in a certain dress size. So establishing a really good quality goal is crucial. It helps you to stay on track, and it helps us to coach you as well. So yeah, if you need help setting goals, just chat with myself or one of the other coaches in the club. You can hover over this QR code if you want to join the group. This is UBX Australia. There's thousands and thousands of members around Australia within UBX, and they're all on that. A lot of them are on that group. Bit of banter on there, motivation, stay up to date with things. So you can hover over that one now, actually, and jump into that community group. Okay, the major prize winner is this is for the national prize, is a trip to Kilimanjaro. And it's worth $7,500, $2,000 towards your flights there. It's a fantastic trip, 8 days. So that's for the national winner. We have had a national winner from our club in the past. So if you really just follow the meal plans, discipline yourself for 6 weeks, there's a good chance you'll be in contention to win the national prize. We do a in-club prize for male and female as well, which is a goodie bag, UBX backpack full of goodies. And that will be for the biggest transformation for males and the biggest transformation for females. Okay, so how to enter into it? You do need to do your before and after photos and get your body composition tests done. And then you also need to track your benchmarks for week 1 and for week 6. And then you can submit your results for the national prize. These are some of the previous winners. I'll move my head down to there. And yeah, so some great results there for 6 weeks. Absolutely brilliant results. I'll move on. So this is the app. It's called the Training Camp app. And you can download that now, sign in, use the email address or phone number that you gave us when you joined us, and it will give you full access, and you can download your meals, you can get the shopping list, have a play around on that, check out the journaling section. It's super straightforward, not too complicated. You can put in your results from there, and then you can actually submit your results from training camp for the national prize from the app. Okay, this is a big one for our club. This is how you earn points. After every workout, head over to the points tracking sheet and put your results on the tracking sheet. Yeah, pretty straightforward. At the end of each week, you'll just add up your points, and then I will put up a new tracking sheet every Saturday. So there'll always be one there for you. The goal as an individual should be 500 points for 6 weeks. If you can get to 500 points in 6 weeks, you've done very, very well. You'll be in pretty tip-top condition, assuming that you did really good in the kitchen. So how do you get points? So every workout is worth 5 points. Every captain's challenge, you can get 1 to 5 points. That will be round 13. You will see that in the club at the end of the sled track. The captain's challenge for the next 6-week training camp will be sponsored by Alexis Gribble from Nickel and Young, and there will be a $50 prize for the winner of the captain's challenge after every single week. So push yourself on that one. Try and get the 5 points for every captain's challenge that you do, and you'll go in the running to win that $50 voucher. Also 5 points if you do 120 MEPs or more per workout. So if you don't have a MyZone, great way to get more points is to get one, but again, you don't need one for the challenge. It's just really good to have one. They're great. They gamify your training and they collect all your data from the workout. Bonus points. Do your before and after body scan and your before and after photos. Get your 10 points there. The same thing for the end. Get your 10 points there. And then if you attend one of the events on the calendar, which you'll see very shortly, then you'll get an extra 10 points per event. So we'll be doing Pilates classes, strength workshops, a workshop with Searle, which will be awesome. It'll be a mobility workshop. We'll be doing a hike to Baxter Falls. Lots of awesome extra events, pardon me, and you'll see those in the club. 10 points per event, and then beat your week 1 benchmark results. So beat those in week 6, 10 points per benchmark. And this is a bit of fun, 50 points if you want to do it. I would love you to do it for obvious reasons, but it's also a lot of fun for you as well. A 6-week training camp montage. So that's just small snippets of your training and usually some music over the top of it, compress it into 30 seconds, post it online as a bit of a shout out to what you're doing, to the training camp, to UBX Buderim, and 50 points. One time. So really, add that up over 6 weeks. 500 points is very, very achievable. And then all of your points will go towards your team points as well. For this training camp, we have Australians versus internationals. So if you're born in Australia and you're Australian, then choose that one. If you're born internationally, but you've been here forever and you identify you're an Aussie, then you're Australian still. But let's say you're from overseas and you love that, you're an international. So a lot of fun. They might be a bit lopsided, but that's fine because we're going to take the points average after each week going towards the team totals. So it should be a lot of fun. We'll get behind that one. A lot of banter and a lot of fun in the club. If you got any questions on points, just let us know. Okay. Already done this one. That's just taking photos, before and after photos. These are some of the previous winners. More previous winners, more previous winners. Oh, that is it. How good. I was trying to get this done in 15 minutes because it can drag on a bit, but I'll push through it. I hope I didn't rush it too quickly. If you do have any questions, you can reach us in the club. I'll be doing body scans from tomorrow morning, Thursday morning, all day Thursday while we're open, and then Friday morning as well. If you don't get there on Thursday and Friday, we can still do one on Saturday, so there's no stress there. All right, team, good luck. Let's get the preparation done. Write down your goals, clean out the pantry, get amongst it. Let's have some fun. Biggest training camp of the year is the first one. Let's crack in. Cheers, team.